everyone, welcome to the Red Room. On this week's video, Miguel is going to torture me.
hmm We are going to talk about Daggerheart. And now you ask us, why? Why are you guys talking about Daggerheart? Well, because we have a promo going on at the Red Room sale, and you wanted to see the video, to watch the video, and to know about it, so we are talking about Daggerheart. That's the only reason.
Do we care about Daggerheart?
No,
No.
but we care about people having reasons to visit our store and buy our stuff, so
I'm going to
that's
say we care
that's a
about
good
sales.
reason.
Yes.
Yeah, we care
Feed the
about sales.
cats. They need
So
Easter eggs.
yeah, this is a Easter sale at the Red Room store. Um, you use the code Red Easter, and you'll have a discount, 25%.
25% on everything that is Red Room
Ratchet,
products.
yeah, at least everything that is Ratchet.
hmm Everything is Ratchet there.
Yeah, no, kind of, not
Everything
really.
that is ours.
Yeah, yeah. So this will be going on until the end of the month. So you have some time to buy it, to buy stuff. Just you can start now. Okay, now let's talk about Daggerheart. What is Daggerheart? Well, you know better than us what is Daggerheart. Because we are going to find out right now what, well, not really. I've
we
we've
we've
watched a
seen
couple of
videos,
videos, yeah.
yes, in the
And
post on X.
I browsed the document, the playtest document.
But I didn't.
But
That's
she
why I'm
didn't,
going
yeah.
to be tortured. Yes, you can
So this
call this
is,
Sylvia's reaction to Daggerheart.
yeah, exactly. So this is a surprise. I kind of know what is expecting us, but I'm going to surprise her, which is kind of
Well, I
nice.
saw those bits on X about no turns and all that. Everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, well, again, it's a story game, but
hmm
we'll talk more about that while we are exploring the beautiful document for this the second. I think this is officially the second game from the Critical Role crew. Well, not actually by them, of course. This is written
Is
by
theirs.
the names there. Their name is there, but there are other people there. Okay, so let's share the screen because the document is the star, not us.
Yeah, let me get this closer so I can see it.
Didn't.
Oh, I want to beta play test it.
Should I uh,
Okay, read.
zoom it in or no? Okay, can you read it
Okay.
now,
Yes, I can.
or should I zoom
I
in a
was
little bit more?
no, for me it's good.
Okay, so first thing, the game is still in active development. Yeah, it will be the same thing when it's over, basically.
Yeah,
Uh, some
but this is because the people are going to complain and say it's a piece of shit, and the answer is oh, but this is still. I do worry that the fact that it's a living document, but
it is, yeah, it breathes. This rule book has not gone through an editor yet, and yeah, it won't be. It will never be. The balancing of adversaries is still in exploratory phase. There will be no balance whatsoever. The art is all subject to change. Yeah, they are still buying some art from diverse people.
diverse people.
We'll release new updates periodically during an open debate. That's irrelevant. You can stream your games. Well, I don't want to play
Uh,
this this crap. There are many inspirations for this game. Yeah, we should call this probably. There are
I
many
want to see what
plagiarism.
are the touchstones. I
Yes,
love the fact
we'll
that
go.
calling it touchstones is very touchy feeling.
Touchstones is the stuff that they have plagiarized. Okay,
hmm
so TTRPGs, 13 Age, Apocalypse Keys. I never heard about Apocalypse Keys, but I believe it's probably another Apocalypse
Okay,
World.
so this is the systems that they stolen
Yeah, not really.
again.
They basically stole Apocalypse World. The rest is and Blades in the Dark.
In Blaze in the Dark.
Yeah,
In City of Mist is
City of
powered by
Mist
the
is also,
Apocalypse,
yeah,
so
but it's I don't think there's a connection really. Cortex Prime is also a story game, a silly story game by a wokist called Cam Banks. Cypher System is a piece of crap. Dishonored is a 2D20 game by
hmm
Odysseus. Dungeons and
but I'm
Dragons.
thinking as a sense there, Mist and Dishonored. Is this for the The rules are a possible setting that I'm going to show because I see something there with City of Mist and Dishonored.
yeah.
I see some parallels, but that's
Well, they probably inspired the other one in Dishonored, I
mhm.
guess, the look of it, but
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. It's very Candela Obscura or
yeah.
Candela Obscura.
Maybe this,
That's a joke that we only get.
yeah, maybe this, maybe this part is
It's copy
the
paste
same.
from the other
Yeah,
one.
probably they copy pasted the thing. Um,
Oh, I
I
want to see the books. You went too
no, but
fast.
yeah, no, I jumped.
Ah, okay.
There was some things, so we'll go back there. Okay, change log, no current changes, of course. No one cares. Okay, this part is important. It's the theme. So I guess I don't know their names, but Matthew Mercer I know, and Rowan Hall. I think it's also someone from that Critical Role team. So probably Alex and Michael are also, uh, and probably
Yeah,
Spencer
they're
Stark as well.
additional game designers.
So I would assume that the additional writing are the actual authors, maybe, or maybe these people are also.
I don't know. Carlos Cisco, Felix Isaacs, Eugenio Vargas sounded like diversity codes to me.
Yeah, so probably they are also from the team, from their gaming crew. Okay, so maybe the actual author is not even mentioned here because it's a
But they have the
ghostwriter.
combat Wilshire design.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what I laughed about. Yeah, that's the
The-
moment.
Okay, so this is a very important thing. So the fourth most important position here was the wheelchair design. Okay, more
Well,
important than the developmental editor,
yes, and
whatever
the
that
editor.
means. Well, the archivist, I guess, not really important, but yeah. Senior RPG producer comes after that. This is kind of this look like a movie.
Yeah,
They have too many.
junior games producer, additional
What
production. Why
does
do they
that
need so much
what does that
for
fuck
for
even mean? I
for
don't
a
know.
fucking book? Why do they need
Yeah.
a producer? This is a fucking book, man.
Okay. I think well, a cartographer is probably something that
Yes,
they I don't think they really will have cartography, but let's assume they will.
a
Okay, well
consultant.
they have
Okay,
a bunch of artists and they sound like they are most of them are diversity hires. Juan Salvador Almencion and
Reiko Murakami.
Gutierrez and Iwanaga and Nguyen and yeah. Okay, interesting. Done. Let's go. Oh, it didn't end there. There are more people.
That's the press
Yeah.
critical roles employees.
Okay, we're going to jump this. We don't care about their index or whatever this is. Okay, welcome to Daggerheart. So what is Daggerheart? This is the important part. Daggerheart is a collaborative role-playing game set in a high fantasy world, a place of incredible magic and perilous adventure. Well, not perilous adventure, safe adventure, because this is. During a campaign, you may find yourself rubbing elbows with nobles in an attempt to stop an assassination plot, diving deep into an ancient dungeon to keep a powerful creature from escaping and unleashing its power, and other stuff.
Selling
Um,
across, blah blah blah.
Okay, so they say this is a collaborative, and collaborative is an important thing. No one would say that a role-playing game is a collaborative role-playing game. It's a role-playing game.
Yes,
The problem here is that this is not actually a role-playing game. And now this is the time to talk about this before we go into the game itself. The fact that this is inspired by or plagiarized from Apocalypse World or powered by the
power.
Apocalypse games is important to mention because I believe that many people are powered by the Apocalypse games as if they are role-playing games because they combine a bit of the concept of what is a story game and also
Mm-hmm.
a part of what is a role-playing game. And now I'm saying my opinion as well. A story game is not really a role-playing game.
Because
They,
you're building a story, you're not playing your role.
yeah,
In a
exactly,
role-playing game, you are playing your role. The story doesn't really matter. The story will come for you playing your role, but
and
you're
that
not thinking about where you're going with
exactly,
the story.
and that is the concept of a role-playing game. But in 2000 and something, or maybe in the late 1990s, I'm not really sure about that. There was that forum started by Ron Edwards which was called the Forge, and that was where the concepts of story now, which gave birth to story games, and all that theory about gamism, narrativism, and simulationism was born. And the most important thing to mention now, because we're not going to talk about theory, is the Story Now manifesto, which is their most important bit of propaganda, whatever, agenda. So their purpose was to create a new style of role-playing game, of course, because it's easier to use a term, a concept that already exists, and which is already a niche, and at the time it was even a smaller niche, than to create, than to start it from the scratch as a different kind of hobby and call it story game. But in fact, they wanted to show that they are two different things. The story game, as the name implies, the meaning of it, the purpose of it is to create story, not to immerse yourself in your characters, not to play your characters, but to create story. Some of the games, some of the earlier games, like let's say, I guess Ron Redders' games, probably Sorcerer, and there was My Life with Master and
Dogs in the Vineyard.
Dogs in the Vineyard, which is from the same guy who wrote Apocalypse World, and some of those other things. They were, if you read them and compare them with typical role-playing games, you would notice immediately that they were a different thing. Powered by the Apocalypse games are not as different because they were developed later by one of
They
those guys.
evolved, right? Probably it was
Yes, I
an
guess
evolution.
it was possibly, yes. When the Forge wasn't a thing anymore, I guess people went their own ways and they decided to do different things. And that's probably what gave birth to this mix, to this kind of hybrid, which is the Powered by the Apocalypse. But in the way, it's still the same. The concept is still the same. The purpose is still the same. It's still story now. It's still a story game. But they
Although
diluted.
they call it a narrative game. It
Yeah,
is a bit.
it's still the narrative
Yeah.
game is still the same thing. It's still a narrativist game. So so the concept is basically the same. It just has a few slight adjustments, and that's why I keep saying that people are playing Powered by the Apocalypse not exactly as it should be played, I guess. Well, I don't really, I'm not an expert, but I don't think they are exactly playing it as a story game, and it should be a story game, and it's still a story game.
Maybe some are, it depends, but yeah, but some people
Yeah,
are playing it as
no,
a role-playing game.
exactly. Yeah, I know that some people are playing it as a story game.
I think we saw it.
Probably most people are playing it as a story game, or half the people are playing it as a story game. But people who started with other stuff and then found out about some game that is a Powered by the Apocalypse game, and it's advertised as a role playing game as well, as a rules light role playing game. Well, yeah, it's rules light. Yeah, it's if you compare it with D&D or something like that. The problem is the rules were designed for a different purpose than any role playing game. And the purpose is not the one that we care about. The purpose is, again, what we said before, to create story. That's why they have moves. That's why the game master doesn't have the same kind of role that he has in any other kind of, and let's call it a role playing game. The players have more agency in a Powered by the Apocalypse game or any other story game, and that's what makes it different. And I guess that's why Daggerheart follow that route, because probably this is what those guys like, even though it really doesn't have anything to do with what they are doing in Critical Role, because that's neither a role playing game nor a story game. That's just a weird thing.
Let me read this. What is a tabletop role-playing game? Tabletop role-playing game is an interactive storytelling experience where players take on the role of characters within a shared world and collaborate to tell a story about those characters. No.
No, it's not. Yeah. Okay. Interactive. Okay, it's a word that is
Yeah, but this is
used a
what you're
lot now,
saying.
but we can
You
say it's
play your
interactive. Yeah.
character. You don't collaborate to tell a story.
Yeah. The the fact that they included there's the storytelling experience. Okay, this was something that in the 90s it was
Mhm,
kind of used and abused, but it can still be a thing inside a role-playing game, I guess. White Wolf games were all called storytelling
mhm,
games, and probably some people play them a bit like story games, but they were still role-playing games. But yeah,
mhm.
in a role-playing game, the players or the characters are not collaborating to tell a story. They are playing their characters. The story is a side effect of playing the characters.
Because if you're playing a character and you're thinking how your character would think and trying to act in your character's shoes, you're not thinking, "Oh, this is the story that I want for my character."
Exactly.
You're in the moment.
Yeah. So and while we are saying this, we do not mean that story is a bad thing. No, it's a good thing. But
Exactly.
you can come to the game session with your story in the head and okay, this is what I want to do. No, it will happen.
Or
It
or
always happens.
decide before the sessions,
Yeah.
oh, this is the story that we want to tell. And I've seen in some sessions of Power by the Apocalypse that we saw, not
Hmm.
many. Do you remember that in the beginning, and I think that's part of the rules, they decide, oh, this is the move. How am I going to use the move in this session? And I have this move. What will happen to me? What can I know before the playing starts?
Yeah, I
So
guess
they are planning the story before they start playing.
each Powered by the Apocalypse game has some kind of
Hmm.
different rules, and probably some of them have even more story gamey mechanics. Others have less, but the moves are something that happens every time, and that's it. People people join together to tell a story or to create a story, and that is wrong from the beginning. At least it's wrong if you are playing a role. It's not wrong as a moral, a moral
Yeah,
thing. It's wrong as a role playing game. It's not a role playing game. If you want
it
to
can
tell a
be.
story,
Sorry, and yeah, it can be okay. You like story games. You want to tell a collaborative story. That's okay, but that's not
yeah,
a role playing game.
and that's why I guess story games have been the favorites for people that are artists or
Hmm.
wannabe writers or wannabe movie makers, wannabe directors. And I'm saying this as someone, and now I'm going to confess something about myself. I mean, I wouldn't say that I am a frustrated writer because I gave that up a long time ago. I'm not frustrated at all, but I like to write. I liked to write, and for some time I almost disliked it because I was a professional writer as a journalist, and I didn't really like that. Uh, but I'm not really the best game master. I'm better at writing settings and scenarios and preparing stuff than running it. I'm not a performer. I'm not an entertainer.
You don't do
I have
voices.
I I sometimes do, but
Sometimes you do.
I'm not really that is not I don't know if I'm a bad game master or not. Probably not a bad one, but I'm not really an excellent game master. Uh, I'm not an excellent game master, and I know it. I don't mind. That's not a problem. But I'm also not a frustrated writer that is playing this because I can't write my own books. No, I prefer to write stuff, and that's probably why I started writing Wretched, because that is my. I could. There are people who write books about how to game master. I wouldn't do that
Hmm.
because I s- I have some things that are my style, I guess, but I don't really know how to explain it, and I'm not a theorist. So I prefer to write about stuff and the story and all that. But that is something that you should do while you are preparing your setting,
Hmm.
your game, whatever. When you are playing the game, when you are running the game, you are playing a role-playing game. You are not telling a story. You can do that.
And kind of the thing that we have a story, like most of our settings and or at least our scenarios have a story. They have NPCs with personalities. They have things that will happen, but nothing is determined. That's what I
Yep.
say. Is that it's so because this is something that I guess when people talk about games with story, they confuse people, especially from the OSR, they confuse it with story
Yeah.
games. Now there's something in
Yeah.
between. It's okay. It's okay for a campaign to have a story, but the game master needs to know that story that he wants to tell is probably not going to be the one that will be told because it depends of
Yeah.
the player. So you can have the seeds of the world, and then you let your players free on it.
Yes, well, you mentioned something about the OSR. I know that a lot of people in the OSR don't like our games and don't like our stuff. And okay, so we'll have to live with that. But one of the reasons is they want to develop their own story,
Hmm.
backstories, and their own. I mean, about the world, the setting.
Hmm. Hmm.
We have lots of information about the setting that OSR people couldn't care less about that. Okay, that's I understand that. I would rather you bought the games anyway, but you don't want it. Okay,
With
no problem.
25% discount
Yeah, with 25%.
until the end of the
You
month.
could try you could still use something because we don't have only setting information. That's not just fluff. There are many
Hmm.
tables and stuff like that. And that's it. It's all meant to be played as a sandbox.
Hmm.
The information you have is something that you can use in play in game, whether you give it importance or not. Uh, in the moment, if you need to consult a table, if you need to pick up a character, all that, it's there. It's not determining what you are doing or
Hmm.
what you are playing or what is your game session. It is determining. It is giving you some kind of preparation that you can even use at the moment. Not you don't even have to use it before. You don't have to read it before, and that's how things should be.
Hmm.
That's it. You can use it or not, but it's there. Okay. Daggerheart is a heroic narrative focused experience. Well, it's an experience, it's not a game. With combat as a prominent aspect of play. Not really because I don't have combat rules,
Yeah.
but yeah, okay. Okay, so let's proceed.
Facilitating, wait, emotionally, they're talking about emotionally, sorry, because that was facilitating emotionally engaging, playing driven campaigns that are punctuated by exciting. Yeah,
Mhm.
I just read emotional there. I wanted to see if it has to do with safety tools.
Oh no, there will come some information about that.
Hmm.
Okay, so you go back to we are going now get back to the
Okay, to the
touchstones.
touchstones.
Okay, so there are some more examples of games.
I don't know. I'm
Genesis.
thinking about books. Yeah, but I'm thinking also about
Oh, the
books
books.
because I don't
Oh,
know Wizard of Artsy and Sabriel, but all the others I would say, well, Song of Ice and Fire, Wheel of
Sabriel I never
Time,
heard
Lord of
about.
the Rings. It's
Wizard of Earthsea is kind of famous, but
well, I'm
I
not
don't
a
know.
very big on fantasy, but it
No, I
seems to
never
me
read it.
very. I know this is high fantasy, but it's very generic. They could have something original there. Well, maybe Sabriel is original.
Well, I didn't include The Witcher in the books, but it's in the
Yes.
fuck.
Yeah, but they probably
So
don't know there's a. I was going to say they
yeah,
should have The Witcher there. They probably don't know there's a book,
yeah, they saw
a
the
books,
TV
the
show.
series of
Yeah.
books.
So the TV show, which is horrible, they like, but not the books. Okay, that's right. Okay, now
Borderlands as an
they
inspiration as a video game.
I really don't understand that part, but yeah, okay.
Yeah,
The rest I get it.
yeah. But why is Borderlands there when
I don't know
it's Borderlands is not fantasy?
because they probably like the game.
Yeah.
Okay, now they explain what they stole from each of the funds, what they what they asked to as
Hmm.
a. Anyway, I don't care about that part. Heart of the game.
Part of the game. Okay, you all take turns. Oh, speaking at the table, describing what your characters do, the consequences of those actions, and how the narrative evolves because of those consequences. What the fuck? This is not a role-playing game.
No, well, we already know that. We have
Yeah.
established that part. Okay.
How do you play test something that is not a role-playing game?
I don't know. It
And why
depends.
do you need rules to tell a collective story? Shouldn't just do that as a normal human being.
I've noticed
be
that
part of basic socializing.
they constantly say, and that's okay.
Hmm. Oh, hold on gently.
That sounds a little bit sexual.
I think we are losing. Well, I'm not losing testo. Yeah, I think by reading this, you are losing testosterone.
Okay, so let's see something about the game itself, the setting. The mortal realm. Okay, most adventures are likely to take place in the mortal realm. This is the land, sea, and sky of the world. Okay, this is not information about anything. The hollows above are a collection of realms where many of the gods reside, having been claimed by the new gods. Nya, nya, nya. Okay, boring. I don't care. The
The
circles
circles
below
below. Oh,
are the collection of lower realms where the fallen reside. So this is hell. Okay, fallen gods of divine. Thus the beings were banished. I don't care. The realms
is
beyond.
this Daggerheart that? Oh, they stole from us. No, I'm joking.
I
I'm
stole
thinking
from
if it's
Joe. Joe!
Daggerheart. Yeah,
Joe!
Joe. uh, I saw some articles on Twitter, some that a game that was using the expression as a no, it was not. Dead is only the beginning. Was this? It was
No, no.
Daggerheart, right?
No,
No, it was
that
another
no.
one. Okay, now I'm having a.
That is the guy that
Ah, yes, yes, yes. That is
the
the
I can't
guy.
remember
Yeah,
what's his name. The David something.
Daniel Fox.
Daniel. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Now I was putting. Yeah, I was confusing the two crappy games on
Yeah.
my head. I'm
Magic
sorry,
in
Matt.
Magic in Daggerheart is both very powerful and incredibly dangerous. I don't think so. I don't really believe it's dangerous. But okay. Flavoring your
It
game.
shouldn't be dangerous because
No, it can't be. If it's dangerous, it would create some darkness
depending on
into
the
it.
kind of character you choose to play, you may or may not have the ability to use. Is this written for retards?
Of course.
Yes, of course. Critters are retards.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Maybe
see if we
we
lose
are
some
losing.
some
Yeah, yeah.
subscribers. Yes.
Okay, so let's go on.
Flavoring your game. Wait, flavoring your
Okay,
game.
let's go back into
Sorry. You may
flavoring.
always flavor your magic in a way. Is it the game or the magic?
I don't know.
Well, this hasn't been
It's the
edited
magic.
yet, of
Yeah.
course.
Anyway, what do you need to play? Okay, plug characters. Yes, a game master.
Do they
Yeah,
need
that's cool.
dices?
They should need dice, I think. Yes. Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, the full set. I
oh,
wasn't
that's so
expecting that.
annoying. They're probably going to sell special dices, special
Yeah,
dice, and
probably.
character tokens, of course.
Tokens and game counters. There are cards as well. What are the cards? Along with this
Yes,
book, with Ancestry, oh, Ancestry, Community, oh, Foundation and Domain. And the X card! Well, yeah, they don't need an X card, it's just a piece of paper. Okay. I know there are some, this is the part I like. A table for all. Daggerheart is a game for all ages, races, ethnicities, genders, sexual orientations, religions, and identities.
except if you're a fascist,
Yeah, or a white person.
a heterosexual white man.
So they have a long list of safety tools that you can use. So it starts, I guess, chronologically by Lines and Veils, developed by Ron Edwards. That this is a guy I really, really like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's basically to blame by everything, to blame for everything that happened after. Okay, this is the part where the silliness
X card.
starts. Yeah, the X
It's
card.
always good when they get all types of safety tools
Yeah,
because you can
yeah.
never be safe enough.
No, no, you have to use them all together. This is the one I like the most in, well, not really, but in this case I found it amusing. The open door policy. Tell your characters, the other players, that they are welcome to leave the game at any time. Yeah, because usually people are locked inside a room. You have to
Yeah,
tell them that. Yeah, you can leave
yes,
at any
they
time.
will not be
Oh,
punished or judged.
you have to tell them that because they will assume that if you want to leave, the people will beat you up, will beat the crap out of you. Ah, this is also stupid. For more information, Kiana Shaw and Lauren Bryant, people with
Yeah, you
nice,
love people with hyphen
yeah,
names, right?
nice and nice names. Yeah, they have a website to tell you about stuff. Okay. Okay, so using the game, using the book, part one, preparing for adventure. Of course, we're not going to go through all this because this is it's
Yes.
there's a session zero, of course.
Oh, unless you are the GM, the first thing you need to do is to create your character. Yeah. I think it's better they use the word class. They shouldn't. I think class is problematic.
Well, yes,
I wonder how nobody ever said that class is problematic.
it's kind of problematic. Well, there's the heritage. They don't use race,
Yes.
obviously. They have heritages or ancestries. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
choose your
it's a
community.
different thing. So there's the heritage and the ancestry, and then the community. Yeah, okay. What's the community? Oh, it's a place where you live. Okay. Oh, you can't have a nation. You have a community because you're a communist, I guess. Well, this seems to be a place where the character comes from, right? Highborn,
Yes, highborn, loreborn,
Ridgeborn,
underborn,
Seaborn. I
ridgeborn.
don't know. That's strange. I don't know. Languages. Well, they have languages at least. There's a common language. Is
Yes,
that
it's
racist?
English.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. So the characters have traits: agility, strength, finesse, instinct, presence, knowledge, and blah 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 blah. Okay. They have hit points and evasion and
Evasion score.
some other
Yeah.
things.
Choose your
Okay.
starting equipment.
Okay, they have equipment, they have a background. Of course, they have a background. Many, many pages of background. Okay, experience is probably skill. I don't know. I guess it is. Background, specialties. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Domain cards. This is merchandising, I guess.
Create your connections.
Okay, this chapter is not yet written. This is a character sheet. Well, the character sheet is kind of not bad.
Wasn't Grimm saying on his review that each character part has each character class has a different character sheet or something like that?
I think this is normal for yeah, probably this is
Hmm.
normal for powered by the
Power,
apocalypse
because I
games.
was
It's
thinking that is very
called,
confusing. If all,
there's a name for that. I can't
hmm
remember now, but they have a name for
okay,
the class or whatever that's called. And they always have a character sheet, different one. There's another thing that I would like to show. This is the quick start adventure, and there's an interesting thing. I'm going to just browse through this and show some of the images, and I think there's something curious about not this one. This is a frog. But there's something curious about all the humans that you can see here.
hmm
So they're all black
hmm
or brown. This guy is not obviously, but it's black, obviously black.
yeah, but
Uh,
he has rastas and
black. This is green, so this is not
green,
a
but is
human.
but it looks like black.
Yeah, yeah. He has
Because if he's a orc, everybody knows that he's a black guy.
this dude here is black as well. This has one eye only, so it's not humanoid. Uh, black.
Okay, he's the giant. Yeah, no, they can be white, but he's a giant.
Well, she has yeah. Okay, but this one here,
Yes.
not white. Not black as well, but not white.
Anyway, it's black. She can be white,
Black
but he's a
again?
woman.
Uh,
Did you find one white man there?
nope. Fat one? Furry? Black guy? Another furry?
Uh,
Uh, okay, this is nothing here. Okay, furries and not really furries. Lizards. This creature here, I don't know. It's a woman, right? Yeah, it's a
but he's
woman.
a woman. Yeah, he's probably
Yes.
a woman.
Okay, so
Okay, there's
I think
monsters. Oh,
there's not.
cards. So
I
nice.
think there's not. No, there's no man. No, I don't know. Men maybe. Maybe
White
males.
man. Yeah, I don't
Maybe
think you have any.
males,
You
but
have
not men. Let
no,
me
but
check
you
again.
have no. You have no white. Yeah, you have white. Can have white, but people, but they're all
These
women.
characters here are weird. I don't know. Is this a woman? Probably. This is an elf. So
Yeah, but it's a female
kind of
elf.
it's white, but it's yeah, it's a female elf. This isn't. I don't know. It's whatever. Nobalazi maybe. I don't know. This is another creature with horns. This
That's
is
female,
a
and
fat
that's
woman
female.
and fat. Lots of fat people as well. and frogs. I don't know. The frogs are probably a race. I don't know, but I don't really care about that. But it's interesting that another black woman. This here in the background. Okay, this might be. No, it's probably not a man. This is
It looks green. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, greenish. And
it can
this
be a
one
male,
here.
but
This is probably a woman. Okay, this is probably a male, but it's an elf and it's Asian or black.
black.
This is a horned creature, so it's a demon or whatever.
But that's a woman, I
This is
think.
a
So you have
man,
a
but
black guy,
this is a black guy. This is male, but it's not human, and this is a woman, and it's also black. This one, I don't know
black
if it's
guy,
human, but it's also black. Uh, so this is
giant,
now the question
woman.
is, what
Yes.
w-
Well, you
how
have a
do?
white. There can be a white man behind that, or just
Oh yeah,
a
there's a
trans
man.
man.
No,
You
it's
don't know if
true.
that's a man. Let's not assume his
No, well,
gender.
it
But he's
could
a
be
man because he has a hateful look on his eyes.
interesting because he's here and he's also here.
Yes. Yeah, but they have.
It's the same
You know,
guy.
he's a white man because of the hateful look that he has on his eyes. If you
Now,
zoom in.
for the people who don't like AI because there are strange things in AI, why this guy is twice in the same picture? I don't know.
It's not the same guy. It's his twin brother.
Fuck, it's the same guy. It's exactly the same guy. He's wearing the same armor and the same whatever he's wearing.
They're
In the
brothers. That's
yeah,
why they look so much
twins. They are
alike.
twins. Yeah, they are
All
twins.
white men look the same.
Okay, so here you can see some shapes behind, but they are probably not humans. There's a horned one and a small one. This creature here could be a white man. We don't know.
No, it's probably not.
Probably not, but it could be. Yes. Okay, this one is probably strange faces. Probably a half orc. I don't know. Well, no white people are here. No. Okay, I think we should
Furry,
stop
yeah.
this. Um, will there be an explanation for this? In this setting, there are no white people because this is a
There are
quick
no white
start
men.
adventure, and almost no white people. This could be so if you're playing, for example, something from the Elder Scrolls, there are those lands that there are
Mm-hmm.
mostly well, it's copied from the Earth, so Africa, Africa or Middle East, and okay, in those places actually there's supposed to be not really white people, and that would be normal. Uh, but is that the real? I don't think that's the reason. I really don't think that's the reason. I think the reason
It's
is
going to be
the
a
usual
hit.
one. Of course it is. It
And it's
was
going to give they're going to sell a lot and give a lot of
yeah,
money to Amash. Bless
yeah.
them.
It will sell like hotcakes, and but no one will play it as well. Well, they will play it in their own. Okay, they won't play it as well because they don't play a game. They are just doing some improv. So they will pretend as they are pretending to play D&D. They will pretend they are playing Daggerheart, and people will like it a lot. But they will have their books in their shelves, and well, they don't care, right? They just want their money. Okay, so this wasn't a review because obviously it
No.
wasn't. If you want a review, you should go somewhere else, not for our channel. We don't do reviews, at least not stupid games reviews. We've done some reviews of some of role playing games, real
Mhm.
role playing games, not this kind of crap. So, what is your opinion about this? Since
It's the best
you're
game ever made.
hmm,
Brilliant. I want to know more
not
about the
made yet,
setting. No,
not
but
made.
it will be the best game ever made. I want to know more about the setting. Yeah.
Yeah, I specifically want to know why there are no white people in this setting. That's it. That's it. Well, that's also an interesting thing about representation.
Because it
Uh,
was written by Gemini.
uh, written, no, well, maybe written as well. In this case, for now, it's just art, I guess. I
Hmm.
don't think there are information about the set. Well, there's probably information about the setting, but I don't think there's an explanation for that. I didn't look for it, so maybe there is, but I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a sub-product of representation because representation means
Hmm.
no white men. That's what representation means. It doesn't mean we are going to have different groups represented as they are in the real world, or in the end, obviously, when we say real world, we mean in the U.S., of course, because
Hmm.
the rest of the rest of the real world they don't care. In China, you don't have that much black people and not even white people, so
Hmm.
representation there is not a real thing. So the same thing. So when you talk about representation, you mean the US. But even in the US, most of the population is white. So when you don't have white men, um, that's not real representation. That's not
Yes,
true.
it is.
Yeah, they should call it
Mhm.
something else. They should just call it "We hate white men," and that's it. That should be the name of DEI and ESG and all that silly stuff. Okay. Uh, I'm going to pay much attention to this in the future. I'm not really.
Mhm.
I'm not going to pay any attention to this, but we might do another video later when we have some
Maybe.
more when we
Yeah.
know something more
When
about
we have
this.
more, yeah, when we can make a little bit more fun of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, not review. Never. We're not going to buy
Yeah.
this shit.
I don't know why it was written for stupid people. It's
Uh,
very
it
condescending. The tone is very condescending, and
it was I believe it was written by stupid people and for stupid people, and
yeah.
that's the whole purpose of this. If you watched until now, or if you decided to jump ahead and just see the ending of the video, uh, the summary is Daggerheart sucks, and it's not a role playing game. And we have a promotion at our store, and it's if you use the promo code Red
r-
Easter,
You'll get
RED, and
25%
Easter, you get
discount.
25% discount
And
in
you
all,
can take up and you can take the opportunity to buy a fantasy game that doesn't suck.
which is called Wretched Bastards.
Wretched Bastards, and it's a role-playing game. Well, you may think it sucks, but
Well,
doesn't
it's
suck as much as Daggerheart. I keep calling him Dragonheart. I don't know why, because I'm stupid.
and maybe it's a better name, perhaps. Who knows?
Yeah, I think Daggerheart is a very bad name for a
Yeah,
epic high
yeah.
fantasy game.
It sounds a little bit silly, right? Daggerheart. What does that mean?
Why? Yeah, exactly. Dragonheart it would be more
It would
epic,
be, yeah. Oh, but isn't there a movie with that
probably.
name? Dragonheart. I think there's a movie with that guy was
Ah, yes,
Meg Ryan.
yes,
Isn't
yes,
that
yes.
called Dragonheart?
Yes, it is Dragonheart. Yes, with Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, yeah.
Well, it still could be called Dragonheart. It would be a better game for a fantasy,
Probably they
high
wanted to
fantasy
name
role
it.
playing game.
They probably wanted to name it Dragonheart, but they didn't want to
Yeah.
establish a connection. I don't think that they would have. Probably Dragonheart is not really a trademark, but there would be a connection established. What happened here? Well, anyway, bye bye.